We start here at 4 o'clock with the weather. It is a weather impact alert day, as you can take a live look there at downtown Indianapolis. Clouds there, but we're here in the Weather Center with Sean, who's tracking severe storms. We've got watches and warnings to the south right now.
Yeah,
right?
just south of I-70 here, but we throw that out as a little caution. We will see how far north this goes. Can't rule out Indy being impacted here. I want to start with those severe thunderstorm warnings for Lawrence and Greene counties here, and this is going to be for about 1-inch diameter sized hail here, so about the size of an egg. And there you go. Those black areas on the radar here, Newberry, just north of Lagodi, and this is heading toward Lydic and Bedford. Okay, and we'll keep an eye out. I've been looking for rotation, not seeing it right now. There's the hail core that we're following. These warnings both go until 4:45. These new storms arriving on schedule. These initial cells will have the hail potential with them, and you can see how they're moving northeast. So heads up there in Bloomington, Lake Monroe, Brown County. This is the severe thunderstorm watch that goes technically until 9 p.m. As I continue to expand the radar, you're going to start to see that second complex that we've been talking about the last couple of days. And it is moving east and northeast. That's why the watch is in place. In addition to that complex, we've got a pretty humid day here. We are still seeing some new cells form. There's one moving just north near Mooresville that's heading toward Greenwood. So we cannot rule out some pop-up thunderstorms that will definitely be strong around the metro area. We're back to 79. There's the watch that goes until 9 p.m. Between now and 8 o'clock, we're going to see additional thunderstorms. It's going to get pretty active here over the southern third of the state. I'll have Future Track 13 and the 7-day forecast coming up here in a few minutes. Stay with us.
All right, don't forget that you can track today's rain with the Doppler 13 weather app. It is free to download for Apple and Android users, and you can access it in your phone's app store. Well, it's almost game time, everybody. The Pacers looking to punch their ticket back to the Eastern Conference semifinals tonight.
They had a dominant win over the Bucks in Game 4. Now the blue and gold looking for a similar outcome tonight in front of the home crowd. Eli Gain joins us live from Gamebridge Fieldhouse, where we are a couple hours away from tip. And Eli, fans I know we're starting to file in already for a little bit of fun before the tip-off, huh?
Yeah, that's right, guys. So they're slowly starting to file in now. I think it's actually picked up pretty good since we got here about 20 minutes ago. Fans are here. They can get their caricature drawn. They got some balloon animals, some face painting going on, as well as they slowly start to file in here just outside of Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where we mentioned tip-off is just a couple hours away. And we're hoping maybe this thing can be wrapped up by the end of the night, where the Pacers are looking to eliminate the Bucks for the second straight year to go back to the Eastern Conference semifinals. So how did we get here? Well, let's go back to Sunday night, a really, really late game that would eventually lead to a 26-point victory for the blue and gold, where 8 players scored in double figures Sunday night at Fiserv Forum. But of course, the major story that sort of came out of that game across the league, Damian Lillard ended up tearing his Achilles that night, was helped off of the floor, and is officially done for the rest of the season. But talking with the Pacers after the game, specifically Tyrese Halliburton says that just because Dame is out doesn't mean this is going to be a walkthrough. That's going to allow much more players on the floor for the Bucks to step up if they need to.
We got to do a good job of still continuing to approach these games the right way. I think we also understand that with him being out, other guys are going to step up. With a guy like Dame going out, that opens up a lot of shots for them, for other guys in their team. So, we got to be able to scramble, got to be able to, continue to bring our energy for 48 minutes. But it's really unfortunate, to see that happen. Hate to see that happen to anybody.
All right, so if you guys are coming out to the game, it is going to be a gold out. So here's the shirt that the fans are going to be donning as the Pacers are looking to close this one out. Tip-off again scheduled for 6 o'clock, Game 5, with the Pacers leading the series 3-1. Of course, We're hopefully going to be joined by Eddie White coming up at the bottom of the hour, and then we'll have another preview coming up at the top of the 5. And then, of course, coverage live tonight at 11 o'clock. In Milwaukee, or I should say in Milwaukee. I feel like I'm still outside of Pfizer Forum. It's been a whirlwind of a couple of days here. But here we are in Indianapolis outside of Gamebridge, and we'll bring all this stuff over the next hour or so, guys.
Yeah, you just get your gold on.
Yes,
sure
we've got ours too.
That's right.
I love the way Gamebridge looks in a complete sea of gold.
Yes,
Cool.
we're all together.
That's awesome.
All right, let's go Pacers. Thanks, Eli. We will check back in. Also, we got to talk about our ladies. Tickets for the 21st WNBA All-Star Game are on sale now.
It's on. That's set for Saturday, July 19th at Gamebridge Fieldhouse, home of the Indiana Fever. This is the first time Indianapolis will be hosting the league's mid-season showcase. In addition to the game, there will be a three-point contest and a skills challenge for fans as well.
And the Chevy Corvette ZR1 will pace the 109th Indianapolis 500. The car was unveiled today at the track. The Corvette ZR1 can reach a speed of 233 miles per hour. I think that's fast enough. And the highest top speed of any car ever in America, made in America, it can reach. Michael Strahan will be the pace car driver leading the field to the green flag on Sunday, May 25th.
I think he'll keep it around 80, though.
Yes, he should. I know, I would be scared to go faster than that.
Faster than that, no
Yeah.
kidding. All right, now to the final moves state lawmakers made this year and the impact on Hoosiers.
Yes, they wrapped up their legislative session late last week, passing a new 2-year state budget. And we know that some came across with some challenges after learning Indiana would be bringing in $2 billion less in revenue than originally expected.
That means some items in the original budget proposals were left on the table, including repealing Indiana's so-called pink tax. Our 13 News State House reporter Emily Longnecker is here to talk about that. Great to see you in person, away from the State House.
Yes,
Emily.
back in the studio.
So the pink tax is still a thing, huh?
Yeah, and the pink tax, it's the tax that Indiana has on the sales tax on women's menstrual products. It's 7% here in Indiana, and it brings in about $5 million a year in revenue. And for the past several sessions, there's been a push to repeal the pink tax. Lawmakers in the House had repealed it in their version of the budget. The Senate put the tax back in, and that's where it stayed until lawmakers passed the final budget proposal. This despite testimony this session asking lawmakers to get rid of the tax, like from a Girl Scout who attended Riverside High School. Now, this isn't the first time the issue has been taken up here in Indiana, but so far the push to get rid of the tax has been unsuccessful. This session, Democratic State Senator Shelley Yoder had a bill that would have done away with the pink tax, but it never got a hearing in committee. 26 states plus D.C. have ended their sales tax on period products. Here in Indiana, though, menstrual products are taxed at the same rate as other items considered luxuries.
That Girl Scout is our hero, but as an organization, it is our goal to be more vocal and more visible in the fight to reduce or eliminate the period tax and to bring visibility to the challenges that period poverty causes women in our state.
Now, Angie Katina started the organization Project Period 9 years ago to help distribute free period products to local health centers and schools in Indianapolis and Marion County. And coming up tonight at 6, we're going to tell you about an initiative that Project Period is launching this summer to help young women have access to these products while they're not in school during the summertime.
All right, access to products are important.
Very.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, we've talked a lot about how sextortion has become a real danger among students lately. And tonight in Hendricks County, law enforcement officials will be telling parents what they need to know to protect their kids. A sextortion seminar will start at 6 this evening, going to be at Plainfield Middle School. Local detectives and specialists in internet crimes against children, they're expected to delve into this issue and explain how parents can offer protection. If you can't make it, there's going to be another seminar at Danville Middle School coming up next week, May 8th from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30.
One person is dead and another critically injured after a crash in Delaware County. Look at your screens. It happened today on State Road 67 near County Road 700 West. And this is actually just east of Daleville, and that's about 10 miles east of Anderson. As you can see here, both vehicles caught on fire after the crash, shutting down the highway. All lanes have since reopened.
And disturbing body cam video just released by Mooresville Police. It shows Officer Chase Pitcock being hit by a suspect during a chase over the weekend. This was on Saturday. As you can see, Officer Pitcock was deploying stop sticks when the suspect veered into him. You'll see it here in just a second. Police say the suspect took off. The suspect is still on the loose. Officer Pitcock was hurt. However, it's important to note here, he is expected to be okay. In fact, he's already back at home recovering.
Okay, love to our first responders there. And today, dozens of volunteers rolled up their sleeves for a good cause.
Yeah, they helped pack 10,000 nutritious meals for local food banks. This is all part of Bank of America's Million Meal Movement.
The Million Meal Movement works with all of the food banks in the state, and we work with food pantries outside of those networks. Our food packs stay within the community of where the meals are being packed, and so today these meals will be going to local pantries who are in need of these shelf-stable meals.
And there is such a need for it. Organizers say in Indiana alone, 1 million people, including 1 in 5 kids, they don't know where they'll get their next meal.